a historical Black figure that I look up to and that really inspires me on a day-to-day basis, I would have to say absolutely is President Barack Obama. I mean, to see a Black man step into the position of arguably the most powerful person in the world is something that I never thought, I won't say that I never thought that I would see, but to actually see it happen, I'll never forget. It was the first time that I had actually voted in elections, the first time I was allowed to vote in elections, and to understand that my vote could potentially have that impact of, again, putting a Black person into that seat, just barely 50, 60 years after, we weren't even allowed to vote. I just thought that's just so awesome. And it absolutely inspired me to truly think that I could really accomplish whatever I put my mind to, and not in the cliche, you can be whatever you want to be, but to see it actually happen really did truly inspire me, and truly inspires me every day today to be the best person that I can be personally and professionally, and to know that I can achieve high goals. I can truly be whatever I put my mind to. And Barack Obama and President Barack Obama absolutely is somebody that has inspired me and that motivates me to know that I can achieve and I can reach levels that, growing up, I may not have thought that I could.
Huey P. Newton, I think what he assisted in constructing with the Black Panther Party, just that sense of community, that sense of, watching each other's back, everybody's family. That's always kind of been a big proponent in, when it came to my family growing up. I got a lot of play cousins, and I have a lot of actual first cousins. I've literally got 28 first cousins. My dad's a part of a big family. He had 11 brothers and sisters. Just having that community and having that sense of, somebody's going to be there for you no matter what. That's always been big for me. And I've always tried to be that type of person, the person that, anybody can come to and talk to and vent to if need be, get advice from if need be. That's, building that community and, those strengths. That's always been big for me.
It's really hard to just pick one. First and foremost, I'm a Christian, so I believe, Jesus is brown. So I would say Jesus. But truly, like how I treat other people, how I view myself, how I navigate in the world is shaped by my faith. So I would definitely say Jesus first and foremost. But if we're talking about, mortals like myself, I don't know. There are tons of just, extraordinary Black women throughout history that have paved the way for me and for, all Black women in all different aspects and industries. Audre Lorde and Nina Simone and Eartha Kitt and Esther Jones, these are people, Sojourner Truth, these are people who in politics, in the arts, in advocacy, fighting for Black rights, and for us to be able to be in spaces and creating spaces for ourselves. These are women who a lot of them gave their life, for the cause and for the fight. And a lot of them were just the examples of radical self-care, and examples of paving the way for yourself. Whether that's, changing your name. One thing I've learned with studying and learning about a lot of these just extraordinary Black women is that a lot of them changed their names. And I think that had to do with the evolution of themselves and being able to have right and agency over who they decided they wanted to be. And for Black women, especially for Black people, but I'm specifically speaking about Black women, there's so many expectations placed on us, whether that's from our peers, from society, out of, survival. So many expectations for us to carry our community, be mothers, be the superhero, but we have the ability to, either in reality or metaphorically change our names, and create our own narrative. So I appreciate all the women who came before me, who did that, and they shaped their own destiny, and they gave themselves. So that way, women like myself, we don't necessarily have to. We can have radical self-care and self-love. We can establish boundaries. We can decide, when to jump into the fight and when we need to rest, because even rest is resistance. Self-care is resistance, and that's going to look different for everybody. But even just the ability to do that is because of these women who paved the way, and who demanded, nothing less. So, that would be my answer for that question. All these beautiful, wonderful women. And even now in current times, they might not be historical, but they still, shape my day to day, or all the women that I'm surrounded with, all of my friends, my Black friends, who I see working and striving and, working towards their goals. Even just like all my friends, I'm in a lot of different Facebook groups, for a lot of different interests and reasons. But just seeing those women just being themselves unapologetically, and it's infectious, because once you see them, just like living their best life, and it, of course, it's social media, so you don't know, everything that's going on. But even then, like, a lot of them are very vulnerable. They believe that the space that we have is safe, so they feel comfortable sharing even their vulnerable states when they're not having good days, when they're really struggling, when they need to vent about just crazy people online. Even that is encouraging to see that I can be vulnerable. I can share with other people in a safe space, and I can, work to be who I truly am. So I know that was kind of a long-winded answer, but Jesus, all of the four mothers before me, and the current, just community of Black women that I'm part of now.
So for me, I can name three right off the bat who inspired me. Kanye West, Virgil Abloh, and Samuel Ross. All of these guys, they're very inspiring, especially to me as a designer, and just like the type of individual I am. Create a lot of just networking opportunities for people. They've paved the way essentially for every Black individual who wants to be in the creative field to just grow and to, let them know that, hey, you can do it. They've accomplished and achieved like so many different things within the industry that has allowed Black people to, know that they can do it. You can do anything with your mindset, and these guys have definitely created that pathway, and that's the reason why I'm inspired by these guys on a consistent basis. I study them consistently, and they've helped me accomplish a lot of my life, and just even where I'm at now in my life.